Florida Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz joins us now live for reaction. Congressman, thank you for your time tonight, or this morning. I'm thinking about last night. There were some folks who did not like the coupling of these different priorities together. Here's GOP Senator J.D. Vance on that.
Why is Joe Biden going on national television and selling people on a Ukrainian escalation when Joe Biden is talking about the terrible tragedy in Israel? Whatever your views, Sean, on Ukraine, it is a separate country and a separate problem. I think what the president did is completely disgraceful. If he wants to sell the American people on $60 billion more to Ukraine, he shouldn't use dead Israeli children to do it. It was disgusting.
Congressman, do you have any worries that this deal may not pass muster with some folks? Much needed, almost everybody on the Hill agrees, aid for Israel, but that it's tied to this money for Ukraine, which not everybody agrees on the Hill.
No, first, thanks for having me. It's Groundhog Day here on Capitol Hill. Listen, at the end of the day, there is a bipartisan majority in the House and there is a bipartisan majority in the Senate that support aid both to Israel and to Ukraine. So I support aid to both. That being said, in the event in the House for some reason, if the Ukraine aid gets held up, I am for decoupling the aid and moving the Israel security package due to the imminent situation going on between Israel and Hamas. But I'm for passing both of them. There are bipartisan numbers, Democrats, Republicans in both chambers. Senator Vance is in the minority on that as far as not wanting to pass aid to Ukraine.
Let me ask you about, you reference what's going on. Listen, both parties have things going on Capitol Hill that make it appear as if there is a lack of unity. I think that's a nice way to put it. Let me talk about the speaker's race. If Jim Jordan goes to a third ballot today and it doesn't work, there was talk yesterday of empowering Congressman McHenry to temporarily have some powers as a speaker. It would require, we think, Democratic buy-in. Where are you on that? Because there are plenty of Republicans who oppose that idea, but a number of Democrats yesterday who said, maybe.
Yeah, look, obviously I don't know what the results are going to be for Mr. Jordan. My guess is that he will lose on a third ballot. The reports coming out of the Republican conference is he may lose either the same or worse than he lost on the second ballot. As far as empowering the Speaker pro tem, McHenry, who was picked by McCarthy to be in that, I'm in favor of that. Not because it's some bipartisan approach. It's still going to be a Republican Speaker. I'm in favor of that because we got to open the House. We got to do the people's business. We got to pass this aid package to Israel. And it'll give them, quite frankly, more time to pick a speaker. I think this idea of trying to pick a speaker in 2 or 3 days is kind of why they're stuck in this rut. So I support that plan. Yes, it would pass on a bipartisan basis, which is why it's being called a bipartisan plan. But quite frankly, there are people opposing it because it's being called a bipartisan plan, that somehow Democrats and Republicans working together to get this place open and do the people's business is something the American people want to see. And so everyone should be getting on board with that. At the end of the day, it still will be a Republican speaker, whether it's McHenry for a period of time or somebody else thereafter. And so I'm willing to work on that, absolutely.
Well, the American people are cheering for you guys to get back to business because there are such pressing needs around the globe and here at home as well. Congressman Moskowitz, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.